Hello and welcome to the Sunbirdcrochet Podcast. My name is Claudia and I'm coming to you from Germany. Today is Sunday and it's already quite late, so I moved here a little bit into the light so that you can still see my face. I don't have that much to talk about today, mainly incoming, but I wanted to come to you because it's the Movie and Stitch challenge I want to talk about. And I think the last movie we had was Frida. And the movie today is also my one and only finished object. And I can show you right now. I mean, let's just dive in. I don't have a plan today. So, this is a little toadstool or fly agaric. And I used a free crochet pattern. I will put the link or the name of the designer up here. And it's very easy. I made this within an hour, if not half an hour. So you make the little stalk here, and then you move outwards, and it's flat. And she asks you to do embroidery stitches for this part here, but I was just making spike stitches from the corner to here. Working multiple times into a stitch here while I was pulling up the long loop and working into a couple up here. So maybe like a spread puff stitch rather. And then you make the cap and you sew it onto here and you embroider it with a couple of spread white spots. So, what is my movie for the fly agaric? The movie I'm talking about is called Goosebumps, and it's with Jack Black as a writer of short stories, like horror short stories. And in that movie, his horror stories come to life because there is a new neighbor, a young teenage boy who is curious. He saw the daughter of a writer at the window, but he's not allowed to talk to her, so that obviously there's something fishy going on there in the neighbor's house. So he goes over into the neighbor's house and he starts to investigate what's happening there. And he and his friend, they open one of a book which starts a whole series of events. Basically the horror characters of the movies. Basically the horror characters from the books, the short stories, they come to life and they roam around the whole town, and the boy, his friend, the writer and the writer's daughter, they all have to get the characters back into the book. And one, or rather a lot of the characters from one book are gnomes, but not your friendly helper gnomes. No, these are creepy gnomes who are all over the place and they try to kill you. I mean, all these characters from the books try to kill you. So it's still kind of funny and cute gnomes, but also vicious. And gnomes, in my mind, always go with toadstools. So this is my movie with a letter G, Goosebumps. It's like a spoof. They take all the teenage comic horror stories and it's all happening that night. So if you are up for a kind of childish but also fun horror story for Halloween, I mean, just a month away, a month and a week. So this is something quite enjoyable, which you can also watch with kids, unless they're too young. Then, I mean, you don't want to dream of a werewolf chasing you through a supermarket. Yeah, but that's my finished object. Then something else. For the longest time, I have been looking at my Instagram photo and I thought, that really has become quite old. So I wanted to take better photos, or at least one better photo. And I tried that. I can't tell you if it's better, but I exchanged it on my profile, which is Sunbirdcrochet on Instagram. And the story behind that photo shoot is, or not the story, but the photo shoot was quite funny. I started going to the local forest and I tried taking some photos there. Yeah, so that was in the forest, but I felt very watched because there was a group of women chatting on the path nearby and I just didn't feel like fooling around. So I went back home. I just positioned the camera on the staircase which goes up to my flat, and then I was able to stand halfway on the lower stairs, and there is a geometric painting on the wall which I thought was quite fancy. But I'm talking too much about this. I mean, I just wanted to introduce you to the little video which I'm going to show you now from the very awkward taping of my new profile picture, I guess. And you can also see, that's mainly why you might be interested in that. I mean, I'm very well aware that this might be very egocentric. So what you will also see in the video is the Briar Rose cowl, which is, let me just get it. Oh, let me not get it. I'm going to kill you. Which is the cowl in the pinkish colors. Then you will see my Rulebreaker Shawl in action. And then you will also see another version of a Frost Shawl, which is a present for my mother. So that is also in the video. And without further ado, let me just show you the video. Hopefully it will amuse you. So that was fun. Not. I hope that you're still there and that you haven't switched it off. What else can I talk about? Last episode I was joking about the Rulebreaker Shawl, which I made because of a new Stephen West mystery... No, not crochet. A Stephen West mystery knit-along. And I actually bought the pattern as well. It will be above my current knitting skills, but I am willing to learn. I'm willing to give it a try. And I want to show you, as we are now in the incoming section, my color combination. So we have here Salmon by Frau Odersocke. Then we have a pink one, also Frau Odersocke. And together with this one, we have like a berry color, also Frau Oder Socke. Then I have two new yarns from Punk Rock Unicorn. I have two new yarns from Punk Rock Unicorn, which is a German-based hand dyer. And it feels like I mentioned it before as well. But, oh yeah, she's the provider of my Halloween calendar, yarn calendar, which will be sent off next week. Something like that. But back to this. I have this awesome color, which is called Floor is Lava. And if you are like me, when as a child you played that game, I played that with my sister when it was raining outside, so we were not allowed to touch the floor, but we had to move around the room. So we kind of balanced on chairs and crawled over on the desk, these kind of things, because the floor is lava, and when you touch the floor you die and you lost the game. So this awesome color will go with it as well. I originally wanted to use this one here from River Knits, which is awesome, but it has a different quality, and this is no big secret. You need 5 colors for the MKAL. You need 5 colors, and each color has to have 375 meters, and this is less meterage. So I think I will use this one here, also from Punk Rock Unicorn, and it's called Bright Loki. Loki as in the Nordic god of fire and evil trickery. Isn't that awesome? Love it. So these are my Shawlography colors. What do you think? I will walk around like a parrot, but I love it. Let me just show you the 2 new yarns. And she has different bases, and I used the base Cash, which is 80% merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon, and it has 350 to 400 meters. Go and have a look at her website. It's really brilliant. Punk Rock Unicorn, in short, PRU. And she just released a special edition. I don't know if she still has it in the shop, but she has 5 colors put together for the Shawlography shawl as well. 2 versions. One is more with the turquoise colors, and the other one is more of the orange family. But I chose to take these 2 because I wanted to have something which gives the other colors a bit of a wow factor. So let's wrap this episode up because the light is really fading now. I hope that even though this is very short, it cheered you up, and I hope that you're going to have a good start into the next week. Tomorrow is Monday the 20th of September. I can't believe that the month is just flying by. The next thing you know, you will be deep into autumn or fall if you are in America, and there will be pumpkin soup and pumpkin spice and everything pumpkin. And you know, autumn is my favorite season. We get to wear all our woolen, handmade or bought wonderful clothes. So this is one of the reasons why I love autumn so much. What do you like about autumn? What's your favorite autumn dish? What do you do in autumn only? Like picking pumpkins, picking apples? What's your favorite family recipe? I would like to know. And keep well, keep safe. I'm going to talk to you soon again. Bye!